Right then, this is Sunday's little haul, and it was a little haul. The car boot shower was as big as ever, but there weren't much there for me, so I only picked up a few little bits. So it's only going to be a short video, I think. So anyway, any case, right, first things up, I picked up these bowls for £5. Now, they're Lignum Vitae, and I have a little project that I want for them. They need to be cut up and turned into cogs for a clock. Long story. A friend of mine likes to buy these to turn them, but I've got other plans for these ones. Anyway, I picked them up for £5. There's a couple of splits in there, so I don't think they'd be that great for turning anyway, but they're ideal for what I've got planned. But while I was fiddling about with them, one of these number plates or face plates fell out. Now, they're sometimes made of ivory or they're made of bone, and I've looked and looked and looked at these ones and I can't tell. I think they're probably plastic, so I thought I'd do a little test, find out what they are. So I got a pin. I thought I had there's a better pin there. I got a pin and these ropey old pliers that I've got from another box. I showed that another video. And if I heat this up with a cigarette lighter, just so it gets nice and hot, and I'll poke it in the back of that little plate, we should be able to tell by the way it burns what it's made of. Now, normally you can see ivory and identify ivory and bone quite easily. Let's see what happens. Well, not a lot. Let's try that again. Really not a lot. Maybe I let the heat go off it too quickly. Let's see. Yes, ivory usually has striation marks in it, like little orange lines, and bone has little black holes called lacunae, which are the blood vessels that it used. So either of those shouldn't melt. If this melts, it's plastic. And there we go, that time I could see. I don't know if you saw very well. Well, I think it's plastic. It's definitely left a mark. I don't want to do it on the surface. But I think that's plastic. It did melt in pretty quickly. I'll try one more time. Just because I saw it. I don't know if you'd have seen it on the camera. So let's just heat that up one more little time, yeah? Things we have to get up to, eh? Now, I don't know if you can see that's red hot. And we'll quickly go in the back of that disc. And it's melted in. And I could smell it now. Can you smell that? I could smell that.
That is plastic, I think.
Yeah, I think that's plastic. I can't see any of the evidence to say that it isn't. There's some sort of resiny plastic. But I'll look into it a bit more and let you know if there's anything interesting turns up. Anyway, so there we started with 4 bowls. Right, let's shift those out of the way. Now, I did have a little result. Well, I picked up these 3 little G-clamps. Now, I generally don't pick them up much more because I've got so many. But these 3 are number 2 and the number 3, so they're obviously part of some sort of set. I couldn't find any makes on them, but I like the numbers. And then I picked up that one which says bronze, so I wondered if that's one of those flame resistant type metals, you know, spark resistant, so you can use them in dangerous areas. But yeah, so I picked them up, and that was £1.50, so that was 50p each basically. And then finally, because it wasn't a big, like I said, it was a really small haul for me, I picked up those footprints. Well, I say footprints, they're pipe wrenches, aren't they? And I thought wow, that's pretty big. And then from the same fella, I managed to get this big boy. Look at the size of that. I haven't used or seen ones that big. That is, well, that's 15 each. if you can see to the tip there. Oh, nearer 16, isn't it? So with that reduced down to size there, that's probably about, well, no, it's not 18, but it's probably a 17-inch pipe grips. I think that bolt is original. I wouldn't normally, but if it isn't original, it's been on there a very, very long time, and it's the ones that has the block in the end. I haven't cleaned it up at all, so I can't see what make it is yet. I can see something. What have we got there? Patent, made in England. It's a footprint. I think I can see evidence of a impression of a foot there. Maybe. Yes, I think it's a footprint. I don't know if you can see better than me. But yeah, so I think that's a footprint. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. This one, usually up here, isn't it? No, I can't see anything on that, but it just could be because of its condition. That is definitely original. Turning bolt. That probably isn't, but it's definitely of the same sort of age. And yeah, when I used to use these as an electrician, you use two. You'd use two 6-inch ones, which you know, for turning couplings or boxes or whatever it was. So what on earth you'd use to turn those? There's some big pipes going on with them boys. But yeah, so that was it for Sunday. So as Ashley always tells me, I'm supposed to ask people to like and subscribe. So like and subscribe. See you on the next one.